Okay, there was something I forgot to mention. Before I get out the shower, after I've rinsed out my conditioner, I normally rinse it with cold water or cool water, which cool water is probably slightly better for those of you that don't like getting chucked cold water over your head. Yeah. Um, Normally I just leave mine to air dry. I'm gonna put a tiny little blob of my aloe vera gel on it. Just a tiny little blob between your fingers, rub it between your hands and then put it over your hair. You only need like a tiny amount and it just basically stops the frizz. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave that to dry. It'll probably take a few hours, but yeah. Those of you who get like really like greasy hair or something, and you've always just used normal shampoo and conditioner, part of the thing is that you might not actually have that greasy a scalp, but it might be build up from your conditioner. I talked about silicones earlier. They build up quite a lot if you're using a conditioner with lots of them. The most common one that I've seen is a modimethicone. It's actually my conditioner, but the normal one it's like third on the list or something for the ingredients, so there's lots of it in it. Whereas in the light one it's pretty far down the list, so there's a lot less in it to build up, and the shampoo, even when diluted, can normally get it out. I would suggest going to try one of the low cone conditioners and see how you get on with it. I'm not suggesting you wash your hair less often if that's what you want. I'm just saying that if you want your hair to be less greasy at the end of the day when you're like going out and all that, so you don't have to wash it again, just have a look around. I found this in the pound shop. It's DGJ Organic kind of colour glossy reds conditioner. It's not necessarily for coloured hair, you can use it for naturally red hair. Mine doesn't look that red at the moment because I've just washed it, and probably doesn't in most of my videos because of the lighting. But it's actually got quite a lot of red in it, and because I do henna glosses every so often, it kind of brings out the red a bit more. I like this conditioner, and it's actually only got one cone in it. It's polysilicone 15, which is actually in there as a UVB filter, so it protects your hair. So yeah. Right, so now that I've talked about how I wash my hair, I think it would be best if I mentioned some of the other ways that other people over in the LHC wash their hair. Obviously some people still use the normal shampoo and conditioner because it's simple and easy and they've just done it and it works for them. So as I said, I use Condition Wash Conditioner or CWC because it just helps prevent my hair from drying out really. Some girls use conditioner only. Generally, if you're doing conditioner only, you have to use cone-free conditioner. Generally means no silicones. That kind of conditioner is generally quite cheap. You can get it for like next to nothing in the pound store or dollar store if that's where you are. Pretty easy to find. Just have a look through the ingredients, see if you can find anything that ends with cone or just you can probably find a list of like the most common silicones on the internet somewhere. The other thing that some people actually do quite well with is water only. That means no shampoo and conditioner. Normally if you're doing oils and stuff, water only can't really get them out, but otherwise it's pretty effective at cleaning your hair. You don't really need much else if that's what your hair likes. The other thing you can do is no water or sebum only, which just basically means that your hair cleans itself. Nature's evolved and we've evolved so that our hair produces these oils, and what it basically does is just condition your hair and clean out all the dirt and debris and stuff. if you're not washing all that out of your hair, your head produces less. And also, generally, if you've got something like a bristle brush or something, then it means that you can, instead of it all building up around your scalp and looking greasy, you can spread it down to your ends, and it actually keeps your ends in really good condition. But it's just not for me. I like washing my hair. But yeah, sports for some people. Anyway, so now I'm kind of leaving my hair to dry. I thought I'd mention what kind of other things I do throughout the day to try and kind of keep my hair nice. I try to put it up pretty much every day. I don't have very many down hair days. I did the put your hair up for however many weeks, months, year, whatever. I did it between April and April and kind of mid-end June-ish, and it was actually pretty easy because I basically did what I'd done most of the time. I think I had one day that my hair was down in it, and that was just because it was like a nice night out and I wanted to have my hair down because it was all braid wavy and nice, which it isn't usually. So, what I want to say is that when it's wet, you never touch it with a brush. Ever, ever, ever. Don't brush it while wet. Some people brush their hair while it's wet to try and get it to go straighter. Don't do it. Please don't do it. The other thing is, I pretty much never use heat. The only time that heat has been used on my hair in the past, like, year, maybe year and a half, was when I was down at the hairdressers and they'd just trimmed my hair for prom. And just before winter ball at the school, because it was my last winter ball. Those are the only two times that my hair has been like heat styled in the past year and a half. The hairdresser pretty much only blow dried it. That is what I consider a heat styler. That was it. You blow dried it. Yeah, I can't be bothered blow drying my hair because it's too long. It takes forever. Even when the hairdressers are doing it, they normally have two people trying to do it. And I don't go to the hairdresser very often. I mean, maybe once a year if you're lucky, maybe less, because my split ends generally aren't that bad. If my hair kind of does get split ends, it's getting more kind of at the moment because it's getting longer than it has ever been. But I just kind of snip them off whenever I see one. Kind of keeps them at bay. So yeah, I don't ever straighten my hair. I have tried heat curling it once or twice and it never works. So I see no point. Straightening my hair, there is next to no point because when you blow dry it, it looks like it's been straightened. And I can't be bothered blow drying. And if I can't be bothered blow drying, I can't be bothered straightening. So all my heat styles were banished to the attic quite a while ago, and they're kind of still sitting there. So yeah. If you do heat style, make sure you use heat protectant spray and try and at least use a decent set of straighteners or curlers or whatever. It will slightly lessen damage. I'm saying slightly here because any heat whatsoever to your hair is going to damage it. The sun damages it. I mean, I put my hair up and stick it under a hat to try and keep it out of the sun, as well as the fact that the hat kind of keeps the sun off my face as well. And I mean, my skin gets burnt pretty easily, so as far as I'm concerned, if there's enough heat, if there's enough sun around to burn my skin, what's it doing to my hair? I prefer to keep it out of the way. Hot water also, because it just kind of opens up the kind of hair shaft in your hair and lets all the moisture out and all that. Which is why you do the cold water rinse when you finish the shower, because it kind of closes down the hair shaft and kind of at least seals some of the moisture in. I mean, when you're having a shower, you kind of want warm water anyway, because you want to open up the hair shaft a bit to let the conditioner in, but you don't want to leave it open when you're done. So yeah. Also, you saw at the start that my hair was braided. I sleep in braids. Most often one down the back. If I'm wanting proper like braid waves or something when I'm going out or something later on, I'll do kind of twin French braids, because it kind of makes more waves and tighter, and I can just like join them together at the back and bun them or something, just to keep it out of the way until I'm ready to take it down, if I want to like continue wearing them out throughout the day. I don't have a satin pillowcase. A lot of people use a satin pillowcase. I see no point, because even like I sleep on my arm, I do that, so it tends to be kind of, my head is very rarely actually against the pillowcase. This is just me, I can't help it, that's the way I sleep. I try sleeping on my back and I can't, it's like weird. I can't really think of anything else I have to say really. That's about all I can say. I'll probably show you one of my henna glosses when I've got time. That'll probably be quite a while away though, because I'm trying to get ready at the moment for moving away in September, because I'm going to uni. But then first weekend there's kind of nothing happening till Freshers Week, so you might get one then. We'll see how it goes. I'll do one sometime for you. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye.